I decided to come on here and do a video that's a little bit different, which I haven't done in a while. I do enjoy doing ASMR. This is not an ASMR video, though having said that, I do have my tarot deck. This is my favorite tarot deck. It's actually the first one that I ever bought when I spiritually woke up during COVID. And it's the Light Seers Tarot because I connected with everything in it, including the term Light Seer. And if I'm not mistaken, the image here is of the High Priestess that's on the deck. And I've done a little bit of studying, and the card that represents me in tarot is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a seer. She's a knower. And in the traditional and most tarot decks, I should say, she holds the Torah, which is a sacred text, which means she carries wisdom. Not sure why I shared all that, but I do have this deck, and I think I'm probably going to be drawing maybe one card, maybe more than one, depending. So I did want to come on here. November 4th is the day that I am recording this video. I want to say I'm not really sure why I decided to do this, but there's been a nagging sort of voice in me telling me to come on here and do something. I originally was going to do a live stream, but I'm not feeling up to it. Energetically speaking, it's ups and downs that are quite acute right now. A lot of it has to do with things that are sort of celestial in nature. We just passed through a very powerful lunar eclipse, and I believe yesterday was a new moon. All of this stuff does impact, doesn't matter if you believe it or not, it impacts animals. It impacts humans, it impacts children, it impacts empaths. And the other thing that's happening around the world is a lot of elections are going on. If you're in North America, we have the United States election happening roughly just over 24 hours from now. So a lot of people are anticipating one outcome or another. And I guess one of the big things that I would like to stress right now for people, both on a personal level as well as sort of a more societal, community, country, global level, is to try to stop controlling shit. Excuse my French. Try to stop controlling things in your life. I've decided it wasn't even a decision for me. I'm exhausted if I try to control anything. I become extremely energetically depleted, and my life turns into chaos. I encounter chaos as I try to control things that are in my own personal life, so they're somewhat small. And you grew up thinking you should know that you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to go to work, and where you're going to get your paycheck by the end of the month or bi-weekly or every week. I don't, and I've been living like this roughly on and off since the start of the pandemic, when I decided that I would rather not work than cover my face against my will. And because I did that, I want to say I've never seen a day without money. Now I worry, don't get me wrong. I don't like not knowing. I don't like not controlling. But I'm sort of getting used to it now, and I've done it so long that when I do try to control something, it feels weird. It feels like I shouldn't. It feels like I can't. And it feels like I don't want to. And it feels like I'm betraying my higher self. It feels like I need to go with the flow. And I believe this is the case for a lot of people. Try to not control outcomes in your life right now. A lot of the time, controlling things and events is going to lead you to self-sabotage things in your life. If things are going crazy, if people are falling away from you, if you're losing your job, if you're losing your home, if you're going through a divorce, if you're going through somebody's firing you from work and you're not sure where you're going to get work, try to sit on it. Easier said than done. But do try to sit on it. Try to meditate on it. Maybe try to have some trust and faith that this is happening for a reason. A lot of people will not do this. A lot of people cannot do this. A lot of people think having faith and trust is a joke, and they laugh and mock people who speak about such things. But when I say have faith and trust, I don't mean have faith and trust in a God, though depending on your interpretation of God, but I digress. I mean have faith and trust in yourself. There is a higher aspect of you that is trying to get your attention. And a lot of us are trained. We're trained to not pay attention to any communication, any nudges, any messages, anything really that comes through from outside of this world that we live in and that we've, gotten accustomed to, and things that we can see and things that we can prove, and the science. People love the science. But yeah, maybe have some trust and faith in your higher self, which is connected to you and only you, by the way. No one else but you can get the communication that your higher self is constantly trying to deliver to you. Trust in that. Trust in it, and give yourself a chance to do something different. If you are seeing an event in your life that you usually react to in a certain way, maybe try to not react in that way. Maybe try to not react at all. Maybe try to just sit back and observe, then react. And outside of that, I want to wish the United States of America luck in this upcoming election. The U.S. elections have always held a significance for me personally, where growing up under severe misogyny and in Saudi Arabia, I really looked up to the U.S., especially women in the States. I saw the United States as a symbol of freedom and as a destination that I would do anything to end up in. So I still believe in that. I still believe in the concept of freedom, even if it's, sort of gray right now for a lot of us. But I do believe, and I do have faith, and I do have trust that, the US will come out of whatever it is it has been going through for quite a while now, and that has impacted many countries around the world. I live in Canada. I know that it's impacted us here. But without going into politics, without becoming divisive, and without, disclosing who I want to see win, because everybody has a favorite candidate, I guess the general sort of spiritual advice is, regardless what happens in the upcoming US elections, don't lose your mind. There is a reason things are happening and unfolding the way that they are, even if it is to our displeasure. We are waking up as a species, as humans. Doesn't matter what your definition of waking up is. But events need to unfold globally, on a community scale, and on a personal scale for a lot of us to wake up. Just because I woke up during COVID doesn't mean that other people should have woken up during COVID too. A lot of people went through COVID and saw it as something completely normal. Rather than react and be in horror and shock, which I was in the beginning, I understand that that's not their wake-up call. And as such, some of us need to sit back, be patient, do our own personal work, focus on yourself, heal yourself without controlling anything. Have faith and trust in your higher guidance. Strengthen your relationship maybe with the higher guidance. Get to know it. Get to know your higher self while the world around you unravels. Because what triggered you to wake up didn't trigger a lot of other people. And more triggers are going to continue to come. I don't want this to sound like a lecture. I'm probably going to get ready to draw a tarot card for whoever is watching this. If there's a message for you, may it come through right now. But I do want you to know that I did sit today in meditation, and I did send out good energy, healing light, love, and peace towards the United States of America. May it pass through this week peacefully. I truly hope this for people. The only thing that I did want to happen, regardless the outcome, is for more people to wake up. And I did selfishly put out that prayer. There's my lecture for you. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed my recent video that I did, Cousin It ASMR. It got the least views of all my videos. It's fine, I don't care. It's funny, I was reading my my Sufi textbook that I'm studying Sufism. I keep saying that. Don't know why, but I keep saying it. And in the book yesterday that I was reading, there was a paragraph about you don't want to be noticed. You want to do your work quietly in order for it to be effective. And in the past, I used to get upset that I'm not getting views. My YouTube channel is not growing. But that sort of really confirmed to me, that's sort of the ego part of us, oh, I want to get so many views. I want, people need to see me. People need to hear me. I don't. I enjoy my work. I take delight in my work, mostly because I connect with spirits when I do my work. So I don't really need a lot of views. I like to do my work quietly and in peace. So what message do you need to hear right now? Oh, something flipped. We have this card, which is a very interesting card. The Six of Cups. What memories are resurfacing for you right now? Memories of childhood, memories of loved ones, memories of people, pets that you had connections with in the past. Maybe they're still in your life, maybe not, but their memories are resurfacing for you right now, and I hope that they are good ones. Don't wallow too much in misery. Don't reminisce over things that you've lost, what I could have done differently. Learn to take lessons from the past and grow in your wisdom rather than feel shame or feel guilt or that you did something wrong or trying to call this person again and trying to get them in your life. Just grow. Take your lessons and grow. Even if you did something wrong or hurt somebody, perhaps. Send the energy out there if you can't communicate it to them directly, that you are sorry and that you have grown. Just don't repeat that mistake again. Promise yourself. Make that promise for yourself. This card can also mean that someone from your past is about to re-enter your life. Try not to carry too much judgment. Try not to bring the energy of the past into now and contaminate the situation that might be ready to appear, or the person that might be ready to re-enter your life. Don't project the energy from the past onto them again. Start a clean slate, yet be wise. Love. There's a strong energy of love coming through. There is definitely an energy of love here. So, friendship, companionship, that energy is definitely coming through. So let's see if we can get, let's see if I can get more detail for you regarding what this means for you. Is it a memory? Is it a person? What does this signify for you? What does this mean? There's hesitation. You're not going to be sure what you're supposed to do when this happens. Confusion. What other message is there for you? So, definitely confusion. 5 of Wands just came out. So whatever the scenario is that's about to present itself for you, it carries this flavor from the past, and it's going to be difficult for you to handle the situation because the flavor from the past, that energy, is going to be sort of front and center for you. So again, try not to bring it into the situation that you're about to be presented with, try to approach the situation or the person with a fresh set of eyes. Don't drag the past into the present and possibly into the future, as it won't help. So yeah, center yourself in your own power, regardless what happens, regardless who pops in, regardless what is unearthed for you. Try to get out of your mind whenever this happens. If it's happening right now, I really don't know. But there's the confusion, the chaos that you're going to feel is all mental. It's all related to thoughts. So the Eight of Swords. So I don't know if you can see here, but there's a woman who's looking at herself in the mirror. And in the mirror, the illusion that she sees is that she's all tied up and being attacked by crows. Whereas in reality, she's fine. Like, she's not tied up. There's nothing there. It's all sort of in her head, if you may. So if something from the past, an energy that is old, that you haven't dealt with, a trauma perhaps, something or someone who's hurt you, that you've carried that pain with you for a while, this might be an opportunity for you to let that pattern go and release that energy. Release yourself from this illusion once and for all, but you have to sit down and see it and honor it. Something humans don't like to do. We really don't like to sit down and deal with our emotions. We'd rather project them onto others and, create a fight. As you can see here, there's fire, there's chaos, people are falling. Nobody really knows what's happening. There's no teamwork. There's just chaos and something's burning. So yeah, it's all in your head, basically. And not because you're crazy, but because there's an energy that you need to honor and see and deal with and release. And from there, you'll be able to make peace with it, and you'll be able to see with clarity whatever this is, the situation that you're either in right now or that is about to present itself to you. Kind of like people talking about the U.S. elections right now. Everyone's predicting something, maybe even catastrophic, based on past scenarios. Let it all go. Deal with each situation as it arises, without bias and without the remnants of stale energy. And that is it. May you be at peace.